Hey guys, welcome back to April's Aquarium. My name is Jacob, and last week we took a look at some of the fish we got in from Aquarium Glasser, and today we are going to get to take a little bit of a better look at them after they've settled in and colored up a little bit more. We've got some really cool stuff to check out. Come on and see. We're starting off with the star of the shipment, the Inerita Ultim Angelfish. These guys are a specific locale of Ultim Angels that get beautiful red coloration in their fins. You can see they have a slightly different body shape even already than a normal angelfish, being a little bit more compact front to back and a little bit more of a pointed snout. These guys in the wild can max out around 24 inches, but typically in aquariums only reach about 18. We're going to take a look at some gold laser cories. These guys max out about 2.5 or 3 inches. This specific group is wild caught, which is really neat as you rarely see them coming in this size. They have this beautiful gold stripe down the side of them, giving them their name, and one of the most striking corridors out there. These neat little tetras are called ruby tetras. They grow to about the same size as something like an ember tetra, but go more of a pinky red color than the standard orange that you typically see. They are a very nice schooling fish when you do have large numbers of them, so I would strongly recommend 12 plus. This little catfish is Aspidora pauca-radiatus. It is an extremely small catfish, maxing out around an inch, sometimes a little bit bigger than an inch. They'd be a good alternative to something like a pygmy corridora, with a little bit more pattern, as well as more bottom dwelling than mid-column dwelling. Gouramis are a staple to have in our store. They are a peaceful, relatively large, beautiful gourami that shouldn't bug any of your other fish. I do find these guys are quite social, so I generally recommend having a group of them rather than just one. You're going to get a lot more interesting behavior. The Orangetrellidavios are an incredibly cool dither fish. These guys max out just over an inch, sometimes around an inch and a half. Get a beautiful orange iridescent color, and even from some angles a splash of purple. They're a confident, fast-moving tetra-like fish. That's a great addition to any community tank. The L137 Redfin Blue-Eye Pleco is a very unique one. These guys typically max out around 7 inches, getting striking red fins as they mature up, as well as many of them developing a beautiful blue-eye color. Another one we always have in, of course, are fancy male guppies. In this shipment, we have a huge assortment of males. These guys being a staple in the hobby, not everyone wants to breed them all the time, so having just males is a great option to get that pop of color without the maintenance of babies. This unique little species is a species of Geophagus. They are Geophagus Parna Bay. One of the smaller species of Geophagus. These guys tend to max out around 4 inches, so a great option for smaller tanks that can't handle the large Geophagus. This is the first one for me, the snow white bristlenose. Just like the standard bristlenose that you see in brown and albino colors very regularly, these guys are just a different color morph. That striking white color will pop out on any darker background. So if you wanted the confident pop of a Pleco, they're a great option. These Lorakaria Benny are one of the smallest species of whiptail catfish, typically staying always on the bottom, occasionally venturing up onto the sides of the tank and decor. But these guys are able to completely bury themselves in the sand, which is really unique for this small of a catfish. While cherry barbs have been a staple in the hobby for a very long time, the albino and albino longfin variants are relatively new to the hobby. This is our first time being able to bring in the longfin albinos, and they're just as striking as I imagined. That concludes our fish showcase for today. I really hope you saw some species that you've never seen before, and even if you did happen to know all of them, hopefully you learned something new. Thanks for coming back to April's Aquarium, and don't forget to subscribe.